Thank you for joining me for my first YouTube video. I was so excited about doing this. I wanted to do it later when my hair wasn't so crazy, but it's so loud in my house that I needed a glass of wine. So what better way to do the video than with a bubbly, this right here is Prosecco. So this is a little fancier Prosecco than what we are used to seeing in our mimosas or something like that. This is a Vallobiane, Conto Vallobiane. I cannot pronounce it. I feel like that is the downfall of this wonderful area, but it has this DOCG on the label. Let me get my glasses so you can see it. Make sure I'm showing you. See right here how it says DOCG. So it's a little bit better Prosecco. And this area of Italy has just mountains and steep vineyards. So it gives the grapes a lot of area to kind of struggle and has a very nice, what's the word I'm looking for? Concentration to the wine, because the yield of the Glera grape is not very much. If you have a high yield, you're gonna have dilute flavors. If you have a lower yield, you're gonna have a more concentrated flavor. This right here is what I'm drinking. See how beautiful it is. Prosecco is made via tank method. So you get a little bit more, I think, fizzies in there. Prosecco is very much more affordable than champagne, and that's why it's overtaking the US market. But on this wine, see how it's like a pale lemon in color? And there's so many aromas on here. I'm getting like the green, like fresh, ripe green apple, lemon, lime, apricot, kind of peach, white flower, like a hibiscus or something like that. I said apricot. So let's give this a taste, okay? I have a funny story. We were out for dinner. It's so loud in this house. It just is so loud. We were out for dinner and for my husband's birthday. And I go through this ritual now with my wines. And the poor dude was at the bar while he was making sure that it was a good wine. He was like, I was on like pins and needles waiting for you to tell me, pour me a glass. So I just take a while, I guess, to discern my palate now. But this wine is like off dry. When we use the word off dry, we're talking about wine that's not completely dry, but there's just a little hint of sweetness to it. It has, I would say, medium plus acidity, so it kind of gets your juices flowing. A champagne is going to be high acidity. Just like if you just put a lemon in your mouth, get that saliva going, that's a high acidic wine. I would say the medium body on this, and then a finish, it's like a medium plus. It kind of falls short, but there's a lot of flavor on it. It's amazing. So the wine has a more concentrated flavors because it's grown on those steep hills, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about how it got that DOCG status. And let's sip it. Oh, it's so good. I wish you guys had some. I wish we could just drink together. Definitely getting everything on the nose, but then there's a little bit of almond in there, and that's very nice. So back in the day, a few years ago, way long time ago. So Prosecco is kind of a generic term. There's also Italian or Australian Prosecco, but Prosecco is made with the Glera grape. Back in the day in Italy, it was made basically everywhere. And the powers that be were like, hold up, we gotta make it so that people know that this quality Prosecco is okay, but this one is effing amazing. So how can we do that? So they gave the ones that had more of a high yield, I'm really dumbing this down because just to make it easier, the ones that had like higher yield on the fertile flat plains, those are Prosecco DOCs. Prosecco DOC is going to be excellent for like mimosas, for your cocktails that you want to make with a sparkling wine, because it's going to be less expensive, but you still get that acidity that you want to have to complement like a mimosa. Now the DOCG are made on the steep plains, not steep plains, steeper hills, and it has more concentrated flavors, more concentrated aromas to it. So they were like, heck, this wine is super good. I'm sorry, I'm burping. Let's give it the DOCG status. So if you're looking, and then the whole pronunciation. Like if you can read that, like who can say that? I know Italians can't even, I know Italians that can't even say that. So on the label, you'll see Superior. It's usually down here on the bottom. And to make it a little more fancy, this is a vintage DOCG Superior, so I'm sorry. Usually they're non-vintage. I was just getting all fancy here. This is Conigliano Vallobiane. I really should know how to pronounce that better. I'm working on it, I'm sorry. Anyway, this is that. Thanks for joining me. I'll probably delete this video. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just upload it and see what happens. And I hope everybody has a wonderful evening, that you stay safe, drink wine, and have a good time.